Hey everybody, I've got a brand new 3-rail O-scale arrival from the folks at Atlas. It's not a locomotive, but it's going to be pretty cool nonetheless. So let's get it out of the box. And for today's unboxing, we'll be using from my knife collection, this guy. This is actually a Milwaukee knife. I buy a lot of Milwaukee power tools, and evidently they make some knives too, and so there it is. It's probably not the best knife in the world, but it's really sharp. In case you're new to the channel and you're wondering, is he showing us these knives during the unboxings because he's getting paid? No, I'm not paid to use these knives. I just collect knives. I have a very large knife collection, and so I figured, well, I have to use something to cut open the box. Why not use one of the knives from my collection and share it with everybody? So there should be two items here. It's going to be the crane car and the crane tender. Of course, you probably already know that because of the video title. All right, so we've got an operating crane. So this is the Atlas Premier Crane Car Santa Fe number 199791. And the model number is 3001241. And then we've got the matching crane tender car. So Atlas Premier Crane Tender, Santa Fe number 191513. And the model number is 3001247. And these just arrived this week. So we're really excited about these. I guess we'll open the crane first. Operating crane. And these are XMTH. You know, when you see the honeycomb box from Atlas, that means it's XMTH stuff. So if any of you have an old MTH crane, well, this should be very familiar because it's going to be exactly the same, just in an Atlas box. Now, I've got one of the old MTH Rail King American crane cars. This one right here, this is really big. This is a CSX American crane car that they made years ago. But I don't think I ever had a Premier line crane. And so this should be cool. Now it says operating. That means, you know, you can raise and lower the hooks, but it's not motorized or anything like that. It's not like the Lionel command control crane. Which, if you've never seen one of those Lionel command control cranes, check it out. I'll put a link to a video. All right, so there it is. Got a bunch of gears and stuff down there. Here are the cranks that you stick in there to operate it. So we'll do that in just a moment. Get the plastic off these hooks. So you got two big hooks there, and these are metal. They feel like metal. It's nice. It's got a very reassuring weight to it. Die-cast metal trucks and couplers. This thing is pretty sweet. I like the safety striping. Seems I've been doing a lot of Santa Fe stuff lately, and there's more to come. Sometimes it's like that. You just get a lot of the same railroad in a short amount of time. Okay, let's check out the tender car. I love all this new stuff Atlas is coming out with. It's been fantastic. My wallet's not too happy, but it's always nice to get new Atlas stuff. So there is the tender car. Look at that. Got the little Super Chief logo there. Very nice. So this is all silver, and it kind of matches the silver on the crane car. I like that. Has pickup rollers on it, so this one is lighted on the inside. That's nice. All right, let's get these on the layout and have a closer look. All right, let's focus on the crane car first. We'll get this boom raised up. Now, as I said, it's not motorized. You have to hand crank it with these little cranks, and these are inserted on either side of the cab. One here and one on the other side. There we go. So now I've got the two cranks in there. So one of these will crank the boom and one will operate the hook. So there's the boom. Of course, when something has to be manually operated like that, we call that play value. All right, and then this should raise and lower the hook. Yep. Kind of cool. Now this hook here does not raise and lower, it just kind of sits there, but you need to make sure that it's on the little pulley, and mine is. And this one too, you want to make sure, just like any crane car, you want to make sure it's on the pulley. There we go. And then I'm also going to make sure all these little ropes down here are straight. And they are. It's always kind of delicate, all these little ropes and pulleys and stuff. Same thing with the Lionel TMCC crane, probably even more so with that one. All right, so we've got this little hook here, this one that we can raise and lower, and then this one right here. And then to turn it, you just turn it by hand like that. Oops, my little crank fell out. There we go. Very simple and yet kind of complex. I wouldn't call this a cheap toy by any means. I mean, there is a lot going on. And back up. Just want to make sure these don't get twisted up. So with these crane cars, you know, these are never things you want to jerk around a lot or move around a lot off the track, because those ropes and pulleys will tend to get tangled up and so forth. So just be careful with it. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks great. Now, does this have pickup rollers as well? No, it doesn't. Okay. I was wondering if there was any lighting on here, but apparently not. And of course, the classic thing to do with these is kind of stage a scene on your layout where you can have sort of a work train doing some track work or what have you, or maybe picking up a car that derailed or something like that. Those are always fun scenes to stage on a layout. But yeah, this thing's great. All right, so let's pull over the tender. Kind of go like that. All right, let's give it some power. Yeah, looks great. Nice illumination. They got the frosting on the windows, so you don't have to see any unsightly wires or anything like that. Very cool. I like this a lot. Well made, high quality. It's going to last a long time, and it's beautiful too. I mean, what's not to like? Give you one more close-up of the tender. Looks fantastic. Boy. And quite literally, the only things that Atlas has changed with these XMTH models is they stamp Atlas on the bottom of the model and they put them in an Atlas box. But other than that, they're pretty much the same, which means they're the same high quality that they were as an MTH model. I've said this before, but Atlas has taken a really great approach with all their XMTH toolings in that, you know, why fix what's not broken? MTH made fantastic models, so there's no reason to go reinventing the wheel and trying to make better what was already perfect. I mean, this is great. And it's great that they haven't cut corners and tried to put on cheaper trucks or anything like that. So kudos to Atlas for really carrying on the MTH legacy of quality with these new Atlas models. Now, in order to run this with a train, I'm going to have to lower the boom, obviously, or else this thing will come to a dramatic end when it goes through a tunnel. So we'll lower it down like that. All right, man, these things are fantastic. Now, if you want one of these, I'll list the price on the screen for both the tender and the crane, and I'll also list the other road names that they did. But yeah, I mean, I can't say a single bad thing about these. These are fantastic. So I'm going to end this video by taking the tender and the crane for a quick spin around the layout, and that'll do it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you next time. It's got a very reassuring weight to it. Die-cast metal trucks and couplers. Ooh.